Hey, Disco Ducks. We are doing some new comic book reviews for this new episode of The Pull List. And what do I have this week? I have Wonder Woman, I have Hulk, and I have the Mighty Captain Marvel. So let's start with Wonder Woman here. This is by Greg Rucka, and the art is being done this time around by Liam Sharp. Now we've been essentially going back and forth through time with the two arcs kind of still going on simultaneously, which to be honest I thought they wouldn't do after the first arc was finished, but that seems to be kind of the new way of doing things right now, which is interesting. Last, you may remember, Wonder Woman realized that everything she has known for the last few years has been a total lie and basically shut down. So she's kind of like sitting in an asylum because, well, frankly, Steve Trevor had to put her there because there are people trying to kill her and use her to get to Themyscira. So this kind of like is a way for her to chill out and regroup and not be disturbed. But however, there are those trying to kill her and find her again, including Veronica Cale, who is evil as fuck, and she essentially goes to Dr. Minerva and she turns her into the cheetah again, in hopes that she can find her again. Meanwhile, let's see, Hippolyta, Io, at home on Themyscira are trying to figure out if Diana's in trouble or not. Hippolyta is actually terrified that she's dead. She's basically having a Linda Belcher moment, like, oh, she's dead. She's dead. But her friends think otherwise. That apparently the tree that we've been seeing pop up is actually kind of attached to Diana. So as long as it's still fine, she's fine. This is pretty exciting. This is pretty interesting. I'd say this is probably the best book I picked up this week, with the possible exception of the She-Hulk Hulk. But yeah, I like this one a lot. I'm going to give it 5 round chips. Over here in Captain Marvel, and this book is currently written by, I don't know who's writing this thing anymore. Okay, it's Margaret Stoll, and let's see, Ramon Razanz. I apologize if I'm screwing up your name there. He's doing the art, and let's see, Captain Marvel Carol has picked up this alien who is being stalked by a shapeshifter, and she feels like, okay, on the big Alpha Flight satellite, she's going to be safe. And meanwhile, the cast of the Captain Marvel TV series has come up there to shoot a scene for their show. I guess they don't have anything like CG or anything in the Marvel Universe. They have to go to the... Well, actually, to be honest, you don't need CGI in the Marvel Universe. All that shit exists. So that you can just shoot on location. But that turns out to be a bad move, because that's when the shapeshifter attacks, disguised as Carol's cat. But we still don't have the identity of what exactly is chasing after the girl, why it wants her dead. And also the girl seems to be affecting Carol's powers. It's causing her to surge every so often, without warning or anything like that. So, another step in this mystery. It's pretty interesting. I'm going to give this one 4 round chips. Now we're down to our last comic of the week, and it is Hulk number 3, or I like to call She-Hulk. Matter of fact, every time I've walked into a store to pick it up, I can't find it because I'm looking in the S's. And I go, oh, that's right, it's Hulk. I have to go back and get Hulk. This is by Mariko, Tamaki, and Nico Leon is doing the art. And I'm really kind of enjoying this. Essentially, Jennifer's still going through PST, post-traumatic stress syndrome. And she can't turn into She-Hulk. She's terrified of turning into She-Hulk again, which is the first time I recall ever. Maybe since the last time she worked with Brian Michael Bendis in a crossover. Maybe she should just stop working with that guy. Anyway, she is trying to just get her lawyering done and just go about her day. Hellcat actually shows up in a great scene, because she's missed her. They're friends, and she's been avoiding her. And there's this really nice scene of her telling her, like, look, I know you're going through some shit, and I'm here, and alright, if you can't deal with it now, I'm just like, text away and stuff like that. It's a very sweet scene. Meanwhile, Jennifer was like working with this yoga instructor who's apparently been changed by the whole Inhuman thing, and she does not leave her apartment, and there's something in her apartment constantly protecting her, but it's a little too overzealous about protecting, if you know what I mean. Kills the shit out of people who even talk to her funny. Oh, but still, Jennifer is not turning into She-Hulk, and she's actually very, very afraid of doing that. I think we're going to eventually get a confrontation, because this thing is pretty powerful and kind of scary. We haven't even seen it yet. I'm really digging this so far. If I had one complaint is I think, let's see, Tamaki is kind of pulling a Bruce Jones type of pacing with this book, and I feel like it's a tad too slow in pacing. I wish we'd already been to this point, in issue 2, and, instead of, like, I hope not dragging it out, but, I definitely want to see what She-Hulk looks like. Well, I mean, we keep seeing her on the cover doing these action poses, and, we haven't seen her yet. So it looks like she might be gray and a little bit beefier or something like that. I'm not really sure what's going to happen. So I guess it is working. The slow pace is definitely getting me more and more excited to see what happens once she eventually does cut loose. So I'm going to give this 4 ramp chips. Digging it a lot. I think that's it. What did you guys pick up this week? Let me know in the comment below, and I'll talk to you later. Push the button, Lindsay.
Really, no mice.